Hey guys, it's Beau with Llama Life here. Today we're doing something kind of fun and unique. We've almost finished the barn, and so we're using it kind of as our demonstration area. So we're going to go over when you have a llama that's loose, it's either in a field or say your llama got out and it's running away down the middle of who knows where, country road in the middle of the city or out in the backcountry, and maybe the halter's broken. The harness that goes around their face, it's broken or it's lost, and you just don't have another halter. This is a way that you can, all you need is a rope, and you can make your own halter and lead rope in a worst case scenario. And so we've got Waylon here. He's a 3-year-old boy. He'll be 3 in May. And he's a real nice boy. He's about 51 inches at the top of the shoulder. So he's really a big male, especially for his age. And he's about as big as we want our llamas as far as height and weight. And this guy is 408 pounds right now. So he's a big old boy. We've got him here in a 12 by 24 foot space with no halter, no lead rope. And I'm going to show you step 1 to catching your llama when all you have is a rope. You don't have a halter, you don't have a lead rope, and you got to catch them to be able to bring them back to the corral, back to your pasture, back to the barn, or to your campsite if you're in the backcountry. So this is a demonstration on how to catch your llama and how to make a makeshift lead rope and halter when you don't have anything else but some rope. So today we have, they call it ABC rope. We'll put a link in the video below. It's used for a lot of different purposes. It's a nylon rope, and this is a 5mm rope, which we pretty much almost always have at least 50 feet of this with us in our trucks, in our trailers, and in our backpacks. Comes in very handy. 5mm is about as small as we like to go, and we also like to go all the way up to 8mm rope. So yeah, well, again, we'll put a link of where to buy this rope in the description below. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to approach our llama, and once we get them secured with the arms softly around their neck, then we'll kind of go into what we want to do next. So, well then, we're going to come and catch a big guy. Whoa, I know, you're nervous. Easy, easy, okay, good boy. He doesn't want to be caught. I know we've never put you in the barn before like this, have we? Okay, good boy, good boy. And so this is a young llama. This year he'll get a lot more training. He's doing really good. So I'm gonna kind of just instruct him to come around here so that we can do the demo. Waylon, ooh, whoa, hey, 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 good boy. Ooh, ooh, you big old horse. Easy, easy. All right, so now we've got him somewhat controlled. Just nice and easy. He's a little bit nervous because he's never been in the barn before, and we've got these windows and he can see his buddies, so he really wants to go out there and hang out with them. We haven't worked with him for a couple months, but he's doing pretty good. So we're gonna just put the rope around his neck and use that to kind of hold him so he knows that he can't go anywhere. So it's just kind of just enough to keep him here. And the closer up towards their neck, the better, but you don't want to go right here with it. So I might just bring it up a little bit. And then what we're gonna do, if you guys haven't seen us do our how to tie a bowline knot, we'll put a link in the video below. Go ahead and watch that, and that's what we're gonna do here. The reason why we're gonna tie a bowline is because we want the loop to stay in one position, meaning that the knot isn't sliding back and forth, because we don't actually want it to be a noose or tighten up around his neck. We just kind of want a loop that stays the same shape all the time and is not gonna tighten on him. So I'm gonna go ahead and tie a bowline knot. Easy boy. Whoa. Whoa. So now we've got our bowline knot. He's kind of being a good but bad example. And so you can see here, as he puts pressure on it, this isn't going to tighten up. That's why we choose to do a bowline knot. Okay, come over here, big guy. Come over here. There you go. Easy. Whoa. Easy. Okay, so that is step 1 of, being out in the middle of the field. And the best knot that we like to tie, if you don't have a halter or lead rope, is a bowline. So we're gonna go ahead and let him calm down. And we're gonna go and bring another llama, Drago, and he's gonna be our example of how to actually do the halter. So this is step 1. And once we have this done, we can go into the next step of actually fashioning a halter with the rest of the rope. You rolling? Okay guys, we're back here doing a demonstration on when you don't have a halter, the red part here, or a lead rope, the part in my left hand. How do you catch a llama when it's in the pasture getting loose or loose in the backcountry? And so I'm going to kind of demonstrate that. I'm going to go ahead and put the halter on first, just so we can kind of try to mimic what the halter looks like with our rope. So this is Drago. His full name is Drago the Lion Hunter. He's a really good boy. This guy is he's 47.5 inches right here, just to kind of give a perspective, and he'll be 3 this spring, so May 2019-ish. No, I think you were born in April, weren't you? Do you remember? Pretty sure he was born in April. Okay, so Drago, we're gonna put this halter on, and we're gonna show everyone what it looks like, okay? Put it on, nose. Good boy. All right. Good boy. Okay, come on over here, Drago. Okay, so a couple key components that we're gonna try to replicate with our rope is there's a part that goes all the way around his nose, and it's kind of close up by the eye socket here. And the reason why is because llamas have a lot of cartilage from this part of the top of their nose down, and so we don't want to put pressure on this part of the nose right here. We don't want to put pressure here. We want to keep the halter up here by their eye, and so that it's on structure, it's on bone. And that way it protects them if they get scared or spook or pull on the lead rope, that they don't injure any part of their nose or their lower jaw. And so also you'll see, we'll put this tab in here, that the halter on the back here, it just comes right behind his ears. He's about 2 inches or so behind his ears. So that kind of, when you pull on him, that kind of gives them a little bit of pressure back there. It kind of tells them that they need to start going. And then another important thing is that our lead rope right here connects to the bottom. And so that when we're pulling these guys, everything, all the pressure comes from the bottom right there. So when we build this makeshift halter, it's really important that we try to have all these key components. We also have a couple straps underneath of his jaw that keeps everything together for the halter. And then you'll see on this side right here, he has a cheek piece that connects to the back and also connects to the nose. Go ahead and look at this way. Good boy. So again, on this side, he has another cheek piece. So when we're building this halter, we're going to try to do our very best to make the rope look just like this halter as far as where everything goes and how it all connects. And that way, when we start pulling him, everything feels natural to him. And though it might feel different because it's rope versus a wide inch webbing, you'll at least know it feels very similar, and we'll be able to, all the pressure of him pulling will be the same. And instead of him feeling very different, not being in the right place, and he might resist it if the halter doesn't feel the same. And so we want all the pressure points and the contact of the halter and the look and feel to all be as much as we can to the same. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off the halter, and we're gonna get out a rope. We have about 15 feet of rope to be able to do this. And that's maybe a little bit excessive, but you at least need, I would say at least 10 as a minimum. 12 is better, and 15 is probably, a little too much. So just to kind of give you an idea of how much rope you actually need to pull it off. Again, we're using 5mm ABC multi-purpose climbing rope. So all done. You take off your halter. Good boy. All right, Drago. We're asking Drago to stand here and to be patient with us. I'm going to approach him, and then I'm going to kind of just gently coach him over here so that we can get a little bit better view of how to do this. So again, we're going to start with our bow line, and we don't want to put it right here in the crease of his throat and his neck. We want it just a little bit below. So I'll go ahead and tie this for us. Hey, we got an investigator looking over there. What are you doing, buddy? Okay. Drago, I messed that up. Take 2. Cool. Now we got her. Okay. So we've got about 3 fingers of width in between his neck and the rope, where the rope is going to be tied, and this is not ever going to get tighter. So once it's there, we're going to kind of bring it to the center, to the knot to the center, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take the lead, and we're going to make a backwards loop like that. And so again, we'll take the lead and then we're gonna make a loop and we're gonna put it over his nose. Good boy. All right. And then we're gonna do it again. Okay, and we're gonna try to bring it up kind of close by his eye here. And the reason why we do those backwards loops is so that it allows us to connect down in here and then it pinches down in the bottom here. And so that's a pretty good loop right there, pretty close up by his eye. And now you notice the part of the halter, there's nothing here, there's nothing in the back of his neck, and there's no cheek piece over on this side yet. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make that cheek piece. So we're gonna bring this from the bottom up and around the back of his head, and we're putting it right where we normally would put the halter. And then we're gonna build the other cheek piece, which is right here. Good boy, come here. So now we've got the connecting part around his neck tied with a knot, and then we wrapped around his nose twice, and then we formed a cheek piece on this side. We went behind his head and formed a cheek piece on this side. So now what we're gonna do, this is a form of a clove hitch, and you can actually do a clove hitch here. So we'll just put it underneath the two rope strands there, and then we'll put it underneath again. And you can only do this once if you want to. I like to do it at least 3 times. We'll go in one more, and on the 4th one, then we'll kind of tie it off. Good boy. I know you want to come forward. You're doing exactly what I'm asking him to do. Every time I pull the lead forward, or the loop through, he kind of wants to come forward a little bit. So now I've gone underneath these 2 strands once, twice, and on the 3rd connection, easy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull through like that, and I form a little loop, and then I'm just going to pull the rest of the lead, the end piece through the loop, and then I'll just kind of tighten it up. And so that's a form of clove hitch. If I had a horse, I would do it just a little bit different. This is the best and fastest way I found to do with llamas, and also the easiest way to get undone if you need to. So now we've got our lead rope and we're ready to rock and roll. So that's pretty much how you do it. It's pretty simple. Hopefully I did an okay job describing it to you guys. So it's a really important thing to know, especially if you're hiking, hunting and camping in the backcountry with llamas. You really need to know this because you just never know when your gear is going to malfunction, and having rope can just save your bacon. So we're going to go ahead and open the garage door and lead him out here and kind of give a demonstration on how he leads with this new lead rope and halter. All right, come on, Drago. Good boy, come on. Yeah, it works perfect, huh? Thanks for hanging out with me, Beau from Llama Life, and my friend Drago and Waylon earlier. We had a good time showing you guys today how to do a halter and lead rope in the backcountry or out in the middle of wherever you are losing llamas. And if anything, if your gear malfunctions, this is a really important step to know how to learn and to have in your arsenal. So thanks for following along. We appreciate it. Share and subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next episode of Llama Life.